Hello everyone, welcome to the daily analysis for the 28th of January. So in store for tomorrow we have some conference board consumer confidence news for the US dollar, and that's pretty much it apart from that. So looking at how the market opened, especially today, um, we can see with GBP USD, essentially we had that huge push to the upside, followed by some momentum to the downside. Now I was paying attention towards the daily levels at 1.3085 from the weekly analysis videos, and as you can see right now, we're still not made a clear decision if we are making our ways to the upside or downside, but we can see that the EMAs are slightly converging over as well. So we could see some momentum to the downside and could potentially come across our yellow zone. But once we get into this zone, we can talk about that a bit further. So not too much really to start off the week with the pound US dollar. Euro USD, we had a slight bearish pressure to the downside. No real retest of our zones just as of yet, so we could expect something to occur tomorrow, especially with US dollar news as well. USD JPY, essentially we had that huge drop, big gap in between the market open. It's related to the virus that's out in amongst China, so essentially we're expecting some downfall, further downfall, with all Japanese yen currencies. So the Japanese yen is getting a bit stronger, and all the other currencies are falling down. That's across the board with all the yen pairs. But see, as we can see, we're coming into our area here, also this level as well at 108.899. So might as well speak about it because we're touching along this line right now. So essentially, will be looking for the same sort of principles as a zone, but treating it as a specific level, and see how price reacts to it really. So what I want to see is if we can push down, come back into this area, onto this line, sorry, and reject it, or if we're able to close above it, come and act as a level of support. We'll find a wick rejection on this line, and followed by bullish pressure. So it's a potential, but sometimes we need to wait for the news to unfold to really dictate if this line will hold as support. Right now it's currently holding quite well. As you can see, multiple hours of price action have been responding to this line, so there is an element of support to an extent right now. We'll just have to wait for the news and see how it unfolds. Gold had a huge push to the upside. I think there is a bit of war commenced over the weekend in relation to some missiles hitting a US military base, so that obviously caused around 150 pip push to the upside. So good news if you did in a buying position for gold. And essentially right now we're in this zone right now, so it's clear that we need to pay attention to the breakouts. So right now we do have a wick rejection. All we need to follow a sell is a closure to the downside, and it must be a bearish candle. Can't stress that enough in order for you to take a short here. But if we continue to cross above this zone here, and we will then look for that pullback followed by the bullish pressure, and then that would confirm us to potentially get a long in, and we could start to see 1610 in the future. So early days of the week, a bit of a slow start for some pairs, but a very good pair. A very good start for the Japanese yen and gold if you did get into that in the last week. But nonetheless, make sure you are following our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and just keep an eye out for tomorrow's news as well. So that'll be all from us. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.